I don't think that there is a need to compare between this and that. The Jewish state.
Is it going to be an easier ride for this UK Jewish citizen than a Palestinian?
I don't know. I don't know if it's easier or not. I just know that the state of Israel was created by the Jewish people as a homeland for every needing Jew in the world. And this is the right that we give to everyone. We don't ask questions that are being asked in other countries. Are you rich? Are you healthy? Are you not too old? Are you not too old? We take all Jews to Israel based on the huge suffering, not just of the Shoah, of the Holocaust, but before that, of people who had no land, who had nowhere to go if it was 1492, the big exile from Spain, etc., etc. Now, concerning the question with the Palestinians, and I'm not shying out of answering this point, but there is no doubt that because of the very, very problematic status of relations that we have today with the Palestinians, there is a question there, even though I think that if you will dwell into the question itself and you will check examples, you will see in how many cases Israel took the compassion line and with lots of compassion let families join, let people come back, etc., etc., in examples that can be shown. But there is no doubt that Israel was created for the Jewish people as a safe haven for the Jewish people by us, which does not exist anywhere. Does not exist anywhere. So I think that trying to compare the two is totally different. It comes from a totally different reasoning that we Jews understand after so many years of suffering. And I'm not saying that there is no question in the other side, but again, there we try usually to see the compassion part of it. And, by the way, again, I'll come back to the point that Israel is governed by law. Israel is a democracy governed by law. And each one of those individuals that think that their right to become Israeli citizens was not granted can apply to the High Court in Jerusalem or any other court in Israel and let the judge decide. And it happens time and again, time and again.
Are the Palestinians free to travel from one area to another, maybe from Jenin to Ramallah, from Nazareth to Gaza, with no restrictions?
It's a very interesting question. You know, in the last few years, and I remind you that there was a fear of terror, not just fear, there was terror reigning in Israel until, well, around 10 years ago, in which Israelis were killed in shops and in restaurants and in cafes. I lost my own secretary in Café Moment in Jerusalem in an explosion. So I would say that there was a reason for Israel putting loads of roadblocks and let's say a army in the roads of the West Bank. But look what's happening today. Let's not judge it through the prism of 10 years ago. Let's see what's happening today. And what you see happening today is very interesting. Instead of more than 100 roadblocks, we have today something between 15 to 20, which is a very significant lower number. And I would say that the situation today is much better, and the freedom of movement within, or the easiness, freedom of movement was always, but the easiness in which Palestinians can travel from each city to another or from rural areas to the cities is much, much greater, which helps, by the way, for the Palestinian economy to flourish, a thing that we would love to see.